Welcome back to the Boomin Buckeyes Podcast. I'm your host, Cody Croy, joined by Jake Hurricane and four-star linebacker Ohio State commit Quinton Cypher. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
Doing well.
Doing well. I appreciate you coming on, giving us your time today. We just had an episode last week, and I talked about you. I was excited to talk about you on that episode, and then Cody, got a hold of me and said, "Guess who's coming on next week?" So I'm looking forward to it.
Just got to talk about, of course, you are committed to Ohio State. My first question for you is just, what's your relationship with James Laurinaitis as you go through all these different recruiting processes? What has James Laurinaitis meant to you?
He's meant a lot. He was really a big factor for my commitment in December. I remember we first got I got first offered by them in August of 2024 after the first game of my sophomore year, and I just really like the way he coaches, and I like the history that he has as a player. So I feel it's really player friendly, and you got a lot of trust for a coach.
Ryan Day, he's been, of course, head coach for a long time now. Just talking about him, what's your relationship with Coach Day?
I have a good relationship with Coach Day, but honestly, just I have it more with the defensive staff. But I like the way I saw him coach at some of the after the games I was at, and the morning after and practices. It's just I like the way he coaches, and he controls his team.
When you take these visits to Ohio State, I assume you've been down to Columbus. What has impressed you the most as you take these visits on our facilities and just seeing what these guys are doing in practice?
Honestly, everything, just the whole environment just feels so like huge and big and wonderful. The fans feel so bought in. The program feels so also bought in on it, and the players seem down to earth, but at the same time ready like to work for it and grind for it, which is really really good to see because that means the coaches are instilling the right things in them.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to hand it over to Jake. Jake, ask away.
Oh yeah, so I just wanted to say, Quinton, once again, it's awesome having you on. I was telling Cody last week, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Jerome Baker, one of my favorite Buckeye linebackers growing up. I see a lot of your ability. I see your guys' game meshing great. I like the elite range that you have. I from what I see on tape, it looks like you have high end explosive closing speed, great instincts. And before I get into like Ohio State based stuff, I want to get to know you a little bit. What's your go-to pregame music that you're bumping?
Oh, pregame music, honestly, like I have no specific thing. Like there's a few like heavy metal in there, but like honestly, I like to listen to more common stuff. I listen to rap too. It just depends on the game, depends how the week was going, depends how the day is. But I don't have anything specific I listen to. I mean, like sometimes like you'll get some young boy in there, and then sometimes there'll be Adele. So honestly, it's a real curveball. Like you never know what you're gonna see.
I like that. I like that. For you, what's the biggest lesson football has taught you so far, in your career?
I said this after we lost in the state championship, but it really does take a lot of people for a football team. That's specific to football, but a lot of things. It takes a lot of people to run a football program. But it's maybe a bigger life lesson is it's really hard to be a leader. It's really hard to be active every day, but it's a very good payout when you put in a lot of effort and it works out, or you get a partial result. Even that sometimes just makes you want to continue to keep going.
Absolutely. And, going back to, just what you're talking about, like, that camaraderie and brotherhood. When adversity hits during a game, what's going through your mind at that time?
Just never waver. Honestly, I'm really big on body language. I think body language is super important. So no matter what the score is or what's going on, you gotta stay level headed and stay clear. You can never get too high, never get too low, because once you're playing at that flow state, that mid level, you can really understand the game and go through games just with the same level of effort and intensity, no matter what.
Absolutely. And obviously Big Ten's big time football. So, a lot of that stuff does come, but from what I've seen and what I've watched my entire life, there's no better place for development here. They're always have you ready for those moments. I'll ask you one more before I pass it back off to Cody, to let him continue. Uh, when it comes to the fan base and Buckeye Nation, has that impacted your excitement, like to get here and get to work?
Yes, for sure. So I know on my visit, every time I'm up there, that there's always somebody yelling some type of phrase towards me, like OH, like 24/7. Like it's over and over. I love it, and I also got it's the biggest fan base in the country. So everybody that's a Buckeye fan, I'm hearing it at the gym. I'm hearing it from my teachers. Miss Matias, I hear it from her all the time. She's always trying to get me there, and it worked out for her, but. Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's really great. It's great to hear it because I know that in future in life, I'll always be a Buckeye for life, and I'll always have support from the past Buckeyes too.
Absolutely. You talk about we talked about James Laurinaitis earlier. How encouraging is it just to see him put two guys in the first round, Arvell Reese and Sonny Styles? That's got to feel really good as a recruit, a linebacker recruit, that you're seeing these guys go to the NFL and make you know, get drafted in the first round.
Yeah, it really is. It's great to see, and it's great for them. I mean, honestly, first year he did it with Cody. It's kind of the big show. The jump that Cody made was his senior year. So with help of it was at the time Coach Knowles and then Coach Laurinaitis. But yeah, no, seeing the three guys he's put in the league, it's I mean it's great. I mean just the talent he's been bringing in and the type of players that he produces and the whole staff produces on, especially at linebacker. It's really great to see, and it's good that he wanted me. Yeah.
Absolutely. And just moving off of Laurinaitis, we got to talk about Matt Patricia, a guy that in his first year at Ohio State, he made some history, a historically good defense in this program. What does that mean to you, just to learn and work under a guy like Matt Patricia?
Oh, I mean, it's unbelievable. I tell people about all his NFL history and all that, and it's crazy. He's basically been everywhere. He's won like almost everywhere he's been. He's super talented, super smart, and he just understands the game. And I think he really knows how to put it into his players, their heads, and make them play fast and smart. Because I think that's one of the like most important things. The defensive guy, you want to be able to digest the playbook, but you want to understand it in a simple way. And I think he's really good at that. And I think he's a really good human being on top of it. So, because I mean, I've heard a lot of stuff from other coaches, other DCs, other head coaches about Coach Patricia, and it's always good. It's always positive, just as him as a person, and obviously, the way he just has knowledge for the game is very extensive.
Absolutely. Just going through your recruiting process again, what kind of separated Ohio State from all these other schools? I mean, you had offers from several Division I schools. What really set Ohio State apart?
I'd say, well, I mean, I would just like the other schools were also great. So all the other schools
Um,
were great, but Ohio State just it had the combination of everything, really everything you want as a recruit. They had all the staff you want, and the fan base was obviously really big, and the program. We broke down the program. The program felt like the saying like no one's ever bigger than the program. So no matter what was going
absolutely.
on, no matter what was going on with coaching or scandals, blah blah blah, like it was always winning, which is the main thing like if you want to play college football and your goal is to play in the NFL, that you're winning football games because that's when eyes are on you. So no matter what was going on, they were always winning, and yeah, I mean I think again Coach Laurinaitis was a big thing, Coach Patricia. So yeah, I'd say that was the biggest thing in the program.
Absolutely. My final question for you, just talking about your recruitment, you know, do you plan to take other visits or is your recruitment pretty much shut down?
No, my recruitment is. I mean, I wouldn't say it's fully shut down, but like it's shut down because I'm not taking no other visits to anywhere else.
Okay.
So I'd say it's shut down. But yeah, no, I have my OV to Ohio State on the 12th and 13th. I'm gonna go up there and try to convince the other guys to make sure to stay committed. And if there's any guys that they want me to try to get to commit, I'm gonna try my best. But yeah, it's really just gonna be big for me. Just try to get the best class possible, especially defensively. So, in 3-4 years when I'm there, we have a really good chance at winning a national championship and producing a lot of players in the NFL.
I just thought of another question. Which, if you could have anybody else in your recruiting class or in future recruiting classes, which guy are you really prying right now to become a Buckeye?
Honestly, it would just be my teammate, Rashad Streets. He just committed to
Yeah,
Oregon probably I don't know, a month ago, and
yeah,
it'd probably be him. I would love to have him. I don't think it's going to happen, but I would really love to have him. I think he's a student of the game. I think I mean, I just know for us as a high school team, he's really important to us. He's a key factor for us. Of course, obviously, him as a player, but him as a teammate, he's really important. And I really think he's maybe the best player in the country. Just his explosiveness, his size, his speed, everything just pops off the charts. And I think eventually he'll be a first round draft pick. So I think I would love to have him. But obviously, we already have people like DJ Jacobs. Oh, immensely talented. I mean, those guys are like 1A, 1B. They're both him. Like they're both like that. So those are two guys, and we got one of them. I just wish we could get the other. And I'm a little
absolutely.
biased.
It's it's hard not to be greedy, and it's hard to not want your teammates to join you
Yeah.
to become teammates at the next level. So I fully understand that. Jake, is there any other questions you have for Quinton?
Yeah, I do have. Let me just a couple more. I wanted to ask you. I dove into a little bit of your tape, and I want to get your take on this. What's one thing about your game that you think is underrated?
One thing that's underrated about my game, I'm not really sure. I just anything that's underrated. I feel like everybody's opinion is different about my game, so I don't know. I don't have anything that's underrated about my game. I just want to be the guy that you turn on my film and you see a guy running all over the field, and not even you don't have to turn on my highlights. You can just watch the whole game, and I think you'll have a pretty good idea and breakdown of the type of player I am and type of person I am on the field. I think you can get a decent bit off that. Yeah, so I just want to fly around everywhere because I think that's the most important. At the end of the day, it's a child's game. So, I get to do this and get the chance to have free college because of it, and I think it's so great and it's
Right.
such an opportunity, and I'm just gonna take every moment I have, and even in practice, like sometimes you'll catch yourself jogging on a play, and it's like, come on, what are you doing? Because I know I have a stand for myself, and I have stands for my teammates, so it's really important that I'm just running around everywhere, and I want to make that my most emphasized things. Anyone turn on my film, they can say whatever. I can't do this, I can't do that, but he hustles. So that's what I'd love to hear from people when they watch my games.
And I will say for Buckeye Nation tuning into this episode, from what I've seen on your tape, I think your hands, man, are fantastic. I was blown away by your nose for the football and coverage. I seen that you were on the offensive side of the ball, running in some touchdowns, catching touchdown passes. It's just a fun to watch your game. You're a sideline to sideline player, and that's exactly what we need at Ohio State, which is why I throw that Jerome Baker comparison out there. And I wanted to talk about, the competition in Ohio State. A lot of people, you have to be the top of your class to even come in here and play. How do you think all this competition at the Ohio State University will elevate your game?
I think just being around the people, my dad, I think he put it in a really good words. He said, I think he thinks I'm gonna find another gear. So I'm gonna
That's
I
good.
hope to unlock a new gear when I get around these other talented, great linebackers that are gonna be there. Obviously my teammates, and obviously, you're competing, but there's obviously out of love too. So, cause they're gonna end up being your friends, people you hang out with every single day in the strength and conditioning and practice, but there's obviously a competitive edge to it. So yeah, I'm really excited to finish out this year. But obviously, once I get there, like just try my best to stay level headed, stay focused, and be strong through it because it's gonna be tough at first. I mean, it's gonna be tough in general, but it's gonna be tough, extra tough at first. So I'm really excited for that opportunity.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And last one for me, there's a game in November. That means a whole lot to everybody in this fan base. What message could you give Buckeye fans about the future of this rivalry once you get to Columbus?
Uh, Honestly, I don't know. I've never been too much of so focused on rivalries. I just kind of go day by day about everything with games
Great.
and practice. So I've always just been like, when that moment comes up, it'll come up and we'll address it. But there's a lot of time uh, for me, I know, and for the team to that game in November. So um, yeah, I mean, I think I'm always so big on just winning the day, winning every single day because every day is unique.
Absolutely. Quinton, I want to thank you for joining the show. This has been the Boomin Buckeyes podcast. Thank you.
Thank you.